Over here, you can see that I got two models, and let's say I want to add in a background and make it really good for the final output. In order to do that, let me add in a background layer. In order to do that, I'm going to go over here onto the top, and here you can see that there's option to select floor, physical sky, and so forth. So I want to work with the background, so I'm going to click on background. Once I do that, the background layer has been added over here. So let's add in some material to the background layer. So I'm going to double click, and over here you can see that this has been made. I'm going to double click on the material. Let me just rename it to BKZ. That stands for background. So you can name it anything as you can. So I'm going to just drag the background onto the background right here. And once I do that, the background is there. Let me press Ctrl R, and you can see that the background is there. So that's the background, the material applied to the background. But this background looks a bit boring, so I'm going to apply gradient over there, which we discussed in the last lesson. So we're going to see the details of how to work with gradient in material in this lesson. So let me just click on the background layer right here. So let me go into the material details. Let me just double click. Let me close this. I'm just going to work over here. And over here in the color section, so I'm going to choose the color that I want as a background. So let's say I want something like sky blue. There you go. So this is the background I want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a gradient. In order to do that, I'm going to go to the texture, and over here you can see that gradient is an option. So I'm going to just add in a gradient just like that. So I must have not actually included this one, but anyways, let me click on the gradient, and you can see the gradient options right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and then select this as a color. So I'm going to increase the brightness because I want this sky blue to be there. Just press OK. And over here, I'm going to choose something like a darker version of the same colors so that it does create a gradient. Let me press Ctrl R and see how that looks. Does not really look that great. Actually, it's just a gradient. I want something called a radial gradient, let's say. So in order to get a radial gradient, I can choose the type of the radial gradient right here. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to choose radial. So this is not I'm going for. So let me see if there's other type of radial gradient that I can go for. So let me just go over here, and over here you can see that there's the radial gradient, of course. Let me just arrange this out. Don't want this actually. So there's 2D views, there's radial, there's circular. Yeah, this is the one I want, something like radial. So you can see that right now everything is okay. The center part is brighter than the edges. If you want the opposite way around, you can just change the location and the opposite will happen. So let me just change this around, and this is the background that you'll see. So I'm going to go over here. Let me just reframe my camera. I'm going to press Ctrl R, and over here you can see that now there's a gradient and it looks much more dynamic than just having a plain background. So now I just want to have a floor as well and a bit of reflection to give it an interesting look. So I'm going to go over here onto the floor, and you can see that floor is an option. So I'm going to add in a floor over here, which is a separate material on its own. So I'm going to apply the same material as I applied in the background, and you can see the floor is there. But wait a minute, there's the floor actually looks like a tile. This does not actually look that great. So you do have the floor, but it does not look that great at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's say project it in a different way. So I'm going to select the material. I'm going to select the material over here onto the floor. And right now you can see that the projection is set to flat. So I don't want it flat. I actually want it from the camera view itself. So I'm going to go for frontal. And now you can see that it adjusts the overall material according to the camera view that I'm looking from. So if I were to press Ctrl R, now you'll be able to see that the background is there. But wait, again, the background is okay. The background is actually brighter than the floor. So let's say I want to manage it all around. So what I can do, I have to do is apply something called a composition layer. So let me just go to the floor. I'm going to right click, and over here in render tags, you can find something called compositing. What I want to do is I want to adjust the background and the floor together for rendering. So I'm going to go to a render tag. I'm going to go for compositing, and over here, this is the option you need to remember, compositing background. So let me just click on this and let's see what happens now. If I were to press Ctrl R, now the background is quite bright and it matches up with the background. So the floor is there. Why do I want the floor to be there? Because I want to enable the reflection. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to enable the reflection on this as well. So I'm going to go for reflection, and I want to add a Beckman over here as well, so that it is quite reflective, and I'm going to decrease the reflection level. I don't want it very appealing, so I'm just going to keep it to this level, just like that, and I'm going to press Ctrl R, and you can see a bit of reflection down there as well. So it looks really great. So depending on the amount of objects you actually add in onto the scene, it might take some time to render, but anyways, this looks quite great, as you can see right here. So this actually does not matter because it is not in the camera view. So if you actually go to the render view itself, you won't actually see that. So everything is rendered. You do have to be patient because it does take some time to render out, but that's how 3D animation is itself. So you see that you don't actually see those areas right there. So that is how you can work with the background, the floor, and the composition settings to manage out the floor and the background together. So hope you guys learned something as always, and as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.